stranded in space, and their wives are waiting, and the
Wait a minute.
children were worried because they could have been out there now, still in orbit.
Yeah.
But for the progress of white America in space, 8 astronauts died on the ground, and three almost not got back. But whenever people want to really make progress, some have to sacrifice a lot. And I like to say, um, white America right now is spending $30 million a day in Asia. Black and white boys are dying unjustly for nothing just to free somebody else. So why should I worry about going to little old jail to free my poor people who's been catching hell here for 400 years? And it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to put a.
Were you asking me for an answer to that?
It's kind of hard to put a black man, any black person in this country in jail, because if you ask the average one, we're already in jail. You know, we've been in jail 400 years.
How does the subject changed so many times in that long sentence that I'm going to talk for a second now. That I really don't know how that connects with Howard Johnson's and everything, but it's a terrifically long harangue that you did. Do you feel bitter toward the entire white race? Do you think there's something about whiteness that is evil?
No, sir. No, sir. Whatever white people do as far as evil or as far as mistreatment, it's just the nature of the white race to be this way. If we check history,
do you think it might be human nature?
Yes, just human nature to kill. If white people,
human nature,
I watch television. If there's not a movie of white people shooting white people in shootouts and cowboy pictures, they're shooting Indians. If they're not shooting Indians, they shoot Negroes. If they're not doing that, they're shooting reindeers or elephants or killing something. Just got to shoot. The system is built on war.
Now let me ask you this: do you think if it had happened the other way around, for some reason in what's the word, evolution? If the genes and the pigments had happened to work some other way, and if the nation of Africa, if the continent of Africa had developed the kind of civilization that ours has, is it possible that what I'm trying to say is there something intrinsically? I know this is part of the Muslim point, I assume, the black Muslim point. That there's something intrinsically
I'm just talking about history.
aggressive about white nature that there isn't about black.
No religious point. What I'm telling you is in history books, in your own books about this. I have a book called 100 Years.
Oh, sure, I know. There's.
So I'm not bringing up religion or nothing. This is just a fact that the world knows, you know. But I would say that just the nature, from what I see of darker people, is peace. I say like the Japanese seem to be a peaceful people until somebody else came over. Dictating and trying to rule them. The Hawaiians, they'd be on the beach doing their little dance. The Indian was building his whatever teepee or whatever you call it. The African was somewhere doing his little dance. These people have never tried to go to other planets or enslave other people or take over countries.
Actually, that isn't true. If you took, for example, let me just, I don't want to get in an argument with you, but Tahiti, for example, is always used as an example of the paradise that the white man came and destroyed. But if you look into the history of when I'm an expert because I just read a book about it, Captain Cook, but that supposedly peaceful paradise where people did nothing but pluck breadfruit off the trees and make love and had no disease until the white man got there, actually had a number of unpleasant aspects to it, like the fact that they strangled infants at birth. To keep the population down, that there were live human sacrifices. So I know that there have been outrageous injustices against the black people in this country, but it doesn't really get us very far to talk about something as if the white man were some sort of intrinsic devil.
That's the truth. You are right. What you said was the truth. The thing that you all have done to us is worse than the devil you told us about under the ground.
How would you like it if I were to lead into a commercial now?
Whatever you can say, but when you say
after this message from our local station,
talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood, the hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas represents. He's sitting on a Supreme Court,
Yep. 3, 2, 4, 5. We live.
All the way
Hoodview Politics.
in the house.
I'm Rabbit Jones.
I'm telling the number one soul brother.
And appreciate everybody coming to check out Politics from the Hood View. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he.
Now, we got a lot going on this week. We got Cpac, Trump running, high in the polls in the Republican, as far as Republicans are concerned. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on this evening. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with you?
Hey, shit, same old shit. Just Tuesday.
Yes, indeed.
That means it's Tuesday. We back. We back in the house.
Most definitely. Each and every Tuesday live. Holler at your boys. Rabbit Jones. And the number one soul brother himself.
See what we can do for you.
Now don't forget, we pop in another night. You won't expect it, but we'll be here.
We'll be
You know
back.
what I'm saying? Politics driven.
Soon.
Best believe it, boy. We strictly politics on this podcast. You know what I'm saying now? The debate, the black culture, we bringing it to you, baby. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Continues.
if we want to do black culture, we got to start off with Morant from motherfucking
John Morant.
yes indeed. Now, there's a few things we got to catch up on. Now, everybody know by this point in time that Morant has now been suspended, right?
Correct.
Now, over the years, he had a few altercations.
A few.
Now, he had an altercation with a 17-year-old. They got into a little scuffle.
Yep.
He put out a gun on a little youngin, allegedly, right?
Alleged.
One day on a away game, his friends in the car put a gun on some of the players, allegedly, right? So, if I ask you, Tony, what's in his mind? What is he doing, bro? You know what I'm saying?
He's too busy trying to keep it real. He's trying to keep it hood. He's trying to keep it gangster. He's trying to keep it 100. Look, what is your point of the point of coming up, getting out, making money, getting rich? Is to get out of this. Is to get out of the situation that you're in. Is to get out the hood.
Most definitely.
Is to move your family up out of that bullshit. It is you to get away to a better life, a better situation in life, and so on and so forth. Now, ain't nobody saying that you should just totally abandon, where you come from, because you got money now. So that means you can always go back and invest in the hood. You can help, you can help those who need help. You can help the hood. Put stores in there or bring investment to it, because you got a name and a platform now. But all this shit, and I understand you're only 23, but that don't mean you shouldn't have sense. All this shit you run around here with that gunplay, and you flashing guns and all that shit like you gangster, is one thing I learned a long time ago, and I got the motherfucking scars to prove it. Real gangsters ain't got to talk about it. They ain't got to show it. But if you rolled up on one of them, you rolled up on a real gangster, that's your ass. And that's what's gonna happen to this boy if he ain't careful, because he's showing this, he flashing this shit all over social media, and a motherfucker gonna see him somewhere and gonna try him.
Exactly.
They gonna try you.
I'm at the point where he just not making no fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? He's not making any sense at all. First of all, everybody got to understand that he has a contract with the NBA team. He has a contract
of $1 billion
with Nike, and he in the streets trying to act like he gangster. Now, look, everybody that was not sold dope for a living, as you can see under here, dope dealer. You know what I'm saying, dog? And one thing I'm sure and I'm clear of, I don't want no parts of that shit. I don't want to act like I'm part of it. I don't want to be no part. I don't want to do it no more. You know what I'm saying? It's over. I don't want to even act like I'm doing it. You feel me? So to me personally, for anybody that acts like they doing shit like that, is everybody know you make this amount of money. So what you're doing is irrelevant. Walk around with guns, acting like you a gangster is just dumb.
You know, that's why you got the money. Look, if you in a place, or you going to a place where you feel that you have to carry your gun, right now you at a different level. You on a different level and a different station in life. You don't need to go there. You know what I'm saying? If you need to go there, you got enough money. You can have bodyguards. You can have your own bodyguards if you want to. You know what I'm saying? But all this shit, you out here in the club flashing pistols and shit, dude. That shit ain't gonna get you nowhere but killed. That's the only place. And I mean, motherfucker ain't gotta listen to me. I don't,
I said,
I only been in the streets since all my life, and I only did like 2 bits. So I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Anybody out there, Joy, that been in these situations, don't want to do that no more. They're trying their best to just stay out the fucking way, make their money on the up and up as much as they can, and that's it.
Yeah.
Chill, smoke weed, get drunk, leave me the fuck up. That's it. Any nigga that already making $200 million and still acting like they doing that bullshit is faking like a motherfucker.
I'm gonna tell you like this. If I got a motherfucking $250 million contract, and then I got more money coming from shoe companies and all this other shit,
yes.
I ain't even got to have that much. My first million, I'm the fuck out the hood. I'm away from that dumb shit. Because that's what the come up is about. It's about you get the fuck up out the hood. And y'all motherfuckers out here listening to these ignorant motherfuckers in the street. How can a motherfucker who ain't got what you got ain't getting what you getting? How can you let this motherfucker influence you to keep it 100 when he ain't got what you got to keep it 100?
Now, everybody ain't keeping up with the story. He's being suspended indefinitely.
There were 2 games last indefinitely.
Yeah,
I knew that was coming.
but you gotta realize, like, remember giving arenas, right?
Right.
He was out that joint. They suspended. Like, they fucked him up. They. I was like half of the season. He was gone.
Oh yeah, he was gone for a minute. He would have been gone that one.
He brought the joint in the locker room.
He had the shit in the locker room. Then he was an asshole. He was an asshole about it. He was talking shit to the commissioner, and then he did that shit.
He thought they couldn't do nothing about it.
Then he did that shit where it was coming out. He doing the introductions when he came down the joint, doing a pistol joint.
I know what you're talking
about. And the motherfucker, and the commissioner said, you think I'm playing with your ass? Get his ass out here.
Yeah. And it's like, I know May gonna get at least 25 games. They gonna hit his dome piece.
Hell yeah, they gonna get a charge. Because the police already looking in that shit. And all of this shit is for nothing. Dude.
Exactly. That's the point. There's literally no reason for you to do this.
Nobody's saying, that you got to get rid of your homies and you got to not, support the hood and the people that, you feel as though you might be leaving behind or whatever. But you're doing shit in the name of keeping it real. You fucking yourself, because in the end, when your ass ain't got that $250 million contract, and Nike tell you to kick rocks, and you done fucking got yourself up out the league, you're gonna be right back in the hood, and wishing you had left that gun in the car. Now,
my problem is, even if you're friends, like, my problem is you don't really have to give her your friends. If your friends make the decision, they need to straighten up and be on your same path, right? If they say, fuck it, I'm your friend, nigga, but I'm still do me, I'm still do my shit that we've been doing in the streets, I'm gonna still rob motherfuckers, I'm still sell weed, I'm gonna still smoke coke, I'm gonna still, exactly. So that friend right there, they'll get it. So you gotta let him the fuck go.
You gotta understand this, young boy. When you got money, and you getting money, and you got fame, you got money, you got women, you got possessions, you got this, that, and the third. rack of friends, but everybody ain't your friend.
Exactly.
Some of these hanger-ons, you has got to get rid of.
And the Pops, what the fuck Pops doing? Is he even talking to the motherfucker? Like, what is happening? Now, again, I know Pops be on TV a lot and be on in the games and shit. But I like if you grew up in the hood, right? Like in the 80s and 90s, most kids like me was the breadwinners in the house, right? Selling dope. You was the shit. Even you made more than moms, you made more than dad. You was the breadwinner in the house, right? You pretty much made the calls.
That's why we got a fucked up ass society now.
Like when we was coming up, 17, 18-year-olds was making the calls in the house, right? They was even if they had stepfathers or fathers, they bow down to the young because he brought in most money in the fucking house because he sold dope. You see what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, is this a dynamic where the son is making so much money that Pops is even so dumb that he punch drunk now? You feel me?
But this goes to.
You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
But Pops is not even.
But
you know, like what is Pops doing?
I say this: you're a grown ass man. You grown. You know, you. Yeah, sure. You might not. You need advice at times, but where's you getting it? Where's you getting the advice that you taking? You got people around you. Have you got nobody, and that includes his father, that's safe?
That's what I'm saying.
Boy, you got too much to lose. Hey, you got to lean back a little bit from some of the because you got around you. Because
or is Pop somewhere with some strippers getting high as damn fucking stuff?
Yeah,
like, okay.
He probably took it more likely than not. He took care of Pops and Pops some of each other.
Yeah.
And he feel as though he probably feel as though he don't got to listen to Pops because he doing this shit out on the road. And you ain't taking Pops. Pops ain't going everywhere you go.
How dumb can a nigga be to go on Instagram with a gun? That's the first thing, right? He's just doing dumb shit after dumb shit. Fighting a little kid, 17-year-old. Okay. Nigga, you in the NBA, I don't care how far this little 17-year-old went. Right. I don't go there with him, bro.
Now,
to pull out a gun and shit.
I blame him for the dumb shit. And I also blame the dumb motherfucker who was holding the phone up. Because if the dumb motherfucker that was holding the phone up gave a fuck about you, he would have, as soon as you flash that fucking gun, he would be to turn that motherfucking camera off. Nah, dude, we can't do this.
That goes to the friends again, yeah. Nah, exactly.
Put them to the side.
Exactly.
Hey, look, man, you know, we out in the club, we turn it up.
For example,
we doing our thing.
If that was my man, me personally, I'm sitting there. Once he put on the phone and he had a gun in his hand, I'd be like, bro, what the fuck you doing? I would smack out his hand or some shit, bro. Like, no. I'm not gonna be the one to actually record the bullshit. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
I had to get on somebody. This was a while back, but he was posting shit on Instagram, you know, rolling up, smoking, and all that other shit. around there, and then you got around you that's pumping your head up, that's gassing you up to do all this stupid shit. You need to get rid of them motherfuckers because you won't be as broke as them dumb fucks is in a minute.
Exactly. Not only is he suspended indefinitely, it's investigation in Colorado for the gun flashing just to make sure he passed all the gun laws, which is no.
No, he didn't.
First of all, he had to have it on the fucking plane, jackass. That's gonna be a problem because he got it. He had it from to travel from away, you know what I'm saying, to home, and then he flashed it.
Right.
So you had to have it on the fucking plane. So that's gonna be a problem.
So now you gonna find out which ones really care, because which one's gonna say, man, I can't have my man go out like that. I'm gonna take the motherfucking beef and just say I bought the motherfucking gun too. Which one? Who gonna say that? Probably nobody.
This is trend going on TikTok calling him John Warren. I don't know, man. I just think the nigga just. First of all, he said he taking a break. Like he's talking about he's stressed and stuff like what?
How did you stress? You was out partying.
What is he talking about?
Hey, this nigga was in the club all the way live.
I don't get it, bro.
Stress to me.
Y'all not gonna tell me he's stressed when a nigga like LeBron could be 17 years old, Kobe could be 17 years old in the fucking NBA. Jordan could come in 20 years old and be billionaires. Like, no, he can't be stressed.
Dude,
like, what are he talking about?
Look, every time this is why a lot of people take mental health as a joke, because people go out and do stupid shit, knowingly do stupid shit, and then they blame it on I was stressed, I had problems, I was depressed, I was this, that, and the third. That's bullshit. That's why people that really had a type of issues can't get the help that they need, because a dumb motherfucker like John Moran go out here flashing a pistol all over the fucking place for no reason, and nobody motherfucker never told him, don't put it out unless you're gonna use it.
True. So I don't know, the generation coming up now like to flash the money, flash the guns and all that shit.
Right, and then wonder why they get robbed.
It's funny. It's opposite of what we were doing. We was making money, but trying to act like I used to motherfucking walk around every day in camouflage, right? Same shoes every day and everything. About $1,500 in my sock. It was like I ain't give a fuck about trying to floss and show people. You know what I'm saying? It was just I was just different. I don't know.
I ain't go down with y'all.
But now these days,
but that money y'all making in the street these days ain't shit.
No, it ain't. It's peons. It's nothing.
When on every corner in every neighborhood, everywhere you went was an open drug market.
Exactly.
Everywhere.
It's hard to explain it. They have to watch movies to even get a sense of what there was.
I know some of y'all making. Look, nowadays some of y'all making money.
Everybody's making bread.
Back in the day, everybody was making money.
So it goes back to what I was saying about Durant, where the kids, 17-year-olds, were the breadwinners in the house. Yeah. They was running the house and shit.
And half the time, mama was strung out, so he had to be the head of the household. So
exactly.
Well, mama and daddy was strung out.
Both, yeah.
Cases. So
I took my mother to 3 different motherfucking rehab joints, bro, in my teens before I was 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I know what it is to grow up, you know what I'm saying, fucked all up in the situation where you stressed. But at the same time, if somebody would give me $200 million, I know how to figure this shit out, bro. You got me fucked up.
Yeah, that's a hell of a stress reliever.
You best
but then again, it's a different kind of stress with it that come with it too. So
that's true. If you bring in that stress, yeah. Right. If you hanging out in clubs, like me and you, if we was known around the way for making bread, right? If we go to the club, we ain't talking automatically. So he really making bread, like the real bread, millions where they put it on the news. You ain't talking if you go to the strip club.
John Morant problem is this: he wanna be in 2 different worlds, and you can't be in 2 different worlds. Exactly. You can't be You can't live that you want to live that NBA life and the life of a rich man, a baller, or whatever. You want to live the life of an NBA baller,
And a
but
gangster.
you also want to live the life of a hood rat too. You can't.
They don't mix because you only do these things to be rich, and you're already that motherfucker.
Right. So at some point, you got to make a decision. You got to make a decision. Are you gonna be a hood rat, a hood roach, a hood dweller, a hood person? Are you gonna live your life trying to be a gangster, or are you gonna sit down and really look and see how blessed you are, how fortunate you are that you are in a place at 23 that 95% of the people on this earth, in this country and on this earth will never attain to, but you willing to throw it all away.
Throw it away
In the interest of keeping it real and keeping it gangster.
Take your foot off the nigger. Put your hand by.
You got to fucking
Take your foot off the
realize
nigger. Put your hand by.
gangsters do
Take your foot
gangster
off the
shit
nigger. Put your
out of
hand by.
necessity. It was brought up that way. You was that, like my man here was saying. Sometimes you was out in that life, but you had to keep the lights on too. You had to put food on the table. You had to make sure it was a roof over the head, and that was a lot of the
exactly
for what a lot of people did in the streets.
Exactly.
Yes, you got some dumbasses that went out there just for the glory, just to be known,
just to get some Jordans.
Just to get some Jordans, just to get the freak bitch in the hood.
That's true.
Because she wouldn't give no pussy that he kicked out some money.
That's true.
And it's various reasons for people out there doing what they did. A lot of people, some people just got caught up and didn't realize what they was into, exactly what they was doing, and got caught up. Bruh, you is past that.
No bullshit.
If you want to take care, look, you cannot take care of everybody, and you cannot do for everybody. If you want to do for your family, you want to do for your close friends, I understand that all fucking day long. But you got these fucking enablers around, and these people that's riding your coattails. Believe me, when the shit is gone, when the NBA they kicked you out and you ain't getting paid no more because the athlete's lifetime is only so long. You have being an athlete, and when the juice companies and the shoe companies kick you to the side, and no more of that money's coming in, you will find out how much of these people really got love for you.
Exactly. That's for goddamn sure.
So you need to smarten up now.
I don't know, man. He's scaring me, to be honest with you. So
yeah, he'll fuck around. He's one of the ones that I don't want to put this on, but if you turn on the news one day and found out something happened to him, it wouldn't surprise you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody already got him under pressure to have me hang with you, bring me to these spots, bring me to these upper echelon spots. You feel me? As you an NBA player, take me to these spots, nigga.
All his friends like that.
Me and you been friends since we elementary, nigga. You can't leave me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, take me to these spots. Look, and then they go there and still be gangster. You can't do it.
He's only 23. So, and you can tell by the shit that he's doing that he don't have nobody around him to mentor him, to tell him, look, this ain't what you need to be doing. Bruh, nah, don't do that. Hey, look, all them people and more than likely than not, he paying for all of it.
Oh, yeah.
More likely than not, he paying for 99.98% of it.
Most definitely.
So, there's nobody around him, and he probably ain't even listening to teammates. Because the first thing the teammates do is say, they have a meeting. Oh, well, hey, look, the rest of y'all, don't be going out here doing dumb shit this motherfucker be doing. They already knew what he was doing. But who was the person on the team that say, bruh, you fucking up?
He ain't got one of them.
He ain't got one.
That's the problem. And he's trying to be in the street. All this taking time off, I guarantee the nigga come back with his head cut off, no more dreads, no more none of that shit. He'll be clean cut. He gonna have a suit on in the motherfucking press conference. He gonna be a different motherfucker. Watch him. Watch him. It's almost the same as they do these other motherfuckers, make them get on their knees. They gonna put them suit and all that shit. Deniggertize your ass, boy.
Oh, they gonna get the hood about your ass.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
because for one,
they is though.
Because for one, you dealing with corporate America now, boy. You dealing with corporate America. When you get into these endorsements, you get into
Oh my God, it's a lot tied to this shit. Yeah.
You are not going to bring a black cloud over somebody else's image and fuck with their money.
Because you won't be on Instagram with a gun and shit. Like, this is stupid as shit. Or beat a 17-year-old up or some dumb shit like that. Like, come on, man.
Come on. And people that lost endorsements for far less. Come on.
Oh, hell yeah.
Come on, Kyrie just promoted a motherfucker. Just sent out a tweet about a movie.
Oh yeah. This shit.
And he done caught straight hell.
Ain't that some shit? Compared to a nigga with a gun?
And you got a nigga waving a gun around in the club. Gun could have went off and shot somebody.
Compare these two things. I don't hear nobody comparing these things. He got an actual gun in the fucking club.
No, she not.
Just got off playing with the bitch. You want to compare that to a nigga just retweeting something? Retweet. Remember, it's a retweet now. A fucking re-one.
Retweet.
Ain't that some shit? Not me. I didn't tweet it. I'm just retweeting something that's out.
Somebody
Ain't that some shit?
Tweeted something, and I seen the tweet.
Oh, that sounds good. Maybe somebody else might like this. Hey. Oh fuck! Now I'm suspended for that. But this motherfucker, we ain't gonna say nothing. He gonna get some time, bro. They gonna get his ass too.
But see, what the team doing is,
can we get some of these white motherfuckers that trying to be motherfucking gangster on the court and trying to be fighting this shit? Like, what's the nigga in Dallas? Luka. He always trying to do these little fights and shit.
Right.
Or if somebody really want to tee off on his ass, then we're gonna look bad as black people. You feel me? Stop doing that, nigga.
See, they can't fight like that because, as Chris Rock told us Saturday night, their parents must have told them the same thing. Don't fight in front of white people.
Wait. Man, it's something about the Chris Rock that came to the light over the week, right?
A whole lot. A punk bitch.
Let's talk about what you heard about Will Smith. What you been hearing about Will Smith to keep everybody up to date of the Will Smith and Chris Rock saga?
I ain't heard shit from Will Smith lately. Will been really trying to get his career back in order. He got
trying
a couple
to be quiet,
movies.
yeah.
He been he got a couple movies and shit. Everybody, every time he try to come out with something, they trash him or something about smacking this dude across the head. Like he the first person ever been smacked in life.
Yeah, nah.
Look. And so now the big thing is Chris Rock had the Netflix special live joint the other night. I watched it. It was some shit for real. But I only watched it because I knew at some point he had to go to the Will Smith incident because he had so many people tuned in, and it had been about a year, and he done milked it for all his worth. But during the course of the joint, you know, a lot of shit been pointed out. He constantly trashing black women, and that I got a problem with.
Now, I haven't heard it. Now, the fact that we podcasters, I appreciate you a whole lot for tuning into some of this stuff and getting to listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
This is Hoodviewpolitics, where we go deep, detailed dives.
Right.
So obviously, one of us had to listen to it.
He called that man about 17 bitches. He called Jada a bitch. He just called us.
To me, I think it's just too late. Like, it's too late, bro. It's like everybody moved on.
My thing is this: when it happened, okay, if I would say this, Will was wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
Will was dead or wrong because if you had a problem with what he said, you could have, you should have easily pulled him up backstage or whatever and say, "Look, man, I don't appreciate what you said about my wife, blah 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 blah." If you want to get ignorant, then smack shit out of him. That's the way I would have handled it. But he did what he did. You know, you can't, you know, hey, man do what a man feel he got to do. But Will was wrong. Will tried to apologize. He was, I don't want to hear that, and I ain't ready for this and that. But you know, as long as his ticket sales was kept going up and he was getting sold out shows, because I put a tweet out Saturday night.
True.
It got a lot of attention when I said, because I said it was midway through the joint. I said I blame Will Smith for this shit, because if Will hadn't smacked the shit out of him, he would have still been irrelevant, and we wouldn't be listening to this shit right now. So it was a tweet that got a lot of heat. Last I checked, it had 127,000 views. But if Will hadn't, right, but my point was at the time, you know, not to say his career was irrelevant or he was irrelevant, but at the time, wasn't nobody thinking about Chris Rock, and Chris Rock wasn't on nobody's mind till Will Smith smacked shit out of him. So then Chris, okay, he milked it. He milked it for ticket sales, he milked it for sympathy and all this other shit, and all these other clowns out here talking all that shit, but none of them talk that shit in Will's face. Yeah, everybody called, yeah. So he waited till the last, almost a year. And like you said, come on,
I'm saying.
a year. So you get a Netflix special, and you know everybody tuned in for you to finally say something. So he went through 50 minutes of a 50-minute routine where he trashed what's her name? Meghan Markle. Talking about she pulled a race card because she was offended because some people in the royal family was asking her or quizzing her about how dark her baby was. Okay, I could see her taking offense to that. But you trashed her, and you made these other fucked up ass slavery jokes. You didn't even went back making Michael Jackson jokes. Michael Jackson been dead since 2009. But you making Michael Jackson jokes.
Jermaine Jackson has some issues with that.
Thomas Jackson had something to say about it too.
Yeah.
So he was like, man, why the fuck, you know, you still bring my uncle's name out your mouth? He been dead all these years, and you know, you just it's your bullying, right? He called him on and said, you know, it's your bullying tactics disguised as comedy. So the last 10 minutes, he went off on Jaden and Will, talking about the entanglement. Yeah, we all been cheated on, but nobody they ever got cheated on got interviewed by the person who cheated and all this other shit. Then he called her a bitch, called him all kind of bitches, and you know he did a lot of shit that he know that if this nigga if Will really wanted to really tune his ass up, he really can't, because you know it'll make Will look fucked up in the end. But I'm like, dude, you's a bitch, because you had a whole year to say something, but you waited till a year till the Oscars is almost here again, where once the Oscars, the new Oscars program go, that shit is way out the window. So you milked it, and then you did it in a punk ass way, and people didn't motherfucking get the little Jedi mind trick that you played, that you went on about her and all this I've seen and all this shit. When he smacked you, it wasn't about that. When he smacked you, it was because you been going on his motherfucking wife, and then you went on her about a medical condition that caused her to lose her head, and she was sensitive about it. Sure, motherfucking Will, he was giggling at first, then he looked at her and like, nah, man, this shit, nah, my wife ain't feeling this. And then he probably, all the other shit that he done said about her, then jumped in his mind and he walked up there and smacked shit out of her.
First of all, Chris Rock let him smack him and then sit back down. So that's time ticking off the clock.
Right.
Those minutes. He let the whole Oscar go past. Them hours. He let months go past without saying shit.
Months.
Bruh, that shit over, bruh. You ain't hit this nigga back or do something back by now. Right. We don't give a fuck.
Because let's get one thing straight. We black
like
men.
Come the fuck on.
We black men here. if you are bold enough to walk up on me and hit me in the face with an open hand, it is only one thing you can do worse than smacking a man in the face with an open hand, and that is to spit on him.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you can do worse, is to spit on him. He walked up to him with an open hand and pimp slapped his mother. Man, I see hoes ain't get slapped like that.
Not only did you let him smack you, you let all this a year go past.
Now look,
like we don't hear nothing after this, bro.
if you didn't want to do anything right there on the stage because he walked off, fine. But eventually, that
come the fuck on.
He got to come backstage.
A whole year, nigga.
He got to walk out that door.
This strictly for money. We ain't got time for this.
He going to one of them motherfucking parties, and he say at the end, this is what he say. He say, why didn't I fight back, or why didn't I do nothing? Because I have parents. And my parents taught me you don't fight. And taught me don't fight in front of white people. Dropped the mic and left. No. Now after you went on all.
Somebody white dude spit on Will and he ain't do shit. Same shit.
Yeah. But okay, you don't fight in front of white people, but you will disrespect a black woman and call her a bitch in front of white people. You will disrespect a black woman and talk about disease or ailment she got in front of white people. You'll sit there with a group of 4 white men tossing around the word nigger like it's candy. You don't say shit. And the only one who had the motherfucking guts to stand up and say that this shit ain't right was Jerry Seinfeld. That's why I don't like your bitch ass. But you sit there and say, my parents told me you don't fight in front of white people. No, my parents taught me that if a motherfucker puts their hands on you and they bigger than you, or you can't whip them, you pick up the first thing smoking and knock the shit out of them with it.
Pretty much.
And I know.
Pretty much.
Come on, bro.
Now, over the weekend, everybody know the Cpac joint got together.
Oh my God.
They chased motherfucking Haley. What's her name?
Who, Haley?
Haley. They chased her ass out of there. Put it like that.
Yeah, Haley. Damn it.
You got Trump coming in. That's why I always told y'all. I mean, you agree too,
Hey,
so
look.
you ain't debate that. But Trump can be the fucking nominee again.
He's going to be the nominee.
Like, come the fuck on, America. Wake the fuck up. Because you got the core. No, for example, he have a core. He have a whole core of devoted voters, right? And nobody else do. So if we go in the motherfucking primaries, the Republican primaries, he gonna have 40%, and nobody else gonna be nowhere near him.
And this about this Cpac.
It's gonna be him. And before you go on, Biden announced that he moving on with this thing. He gonna go to the next term with this shit. He gonna run.
I already knew that when he walked across the bridge the other day on the anniversary of Bloody Sunday.
Let's get to that too after. Go ahead.
But look, Donald Trump Jr. is a piece of trash.
Pretty much.
Because to sit there and talk about that man, Fetterman the way you did and the names that you called him, dude, you ain't shit. You a bigger piece of shit than your dad. Now, let's get the delusional ass of Donald Trump. He gave a wild ass speech there at Cpac the other day to a empty room. It might have been 12 people in there to see the speech. And this delusional mofo got him to talk about, man, you see this crowd, they packed up in here, they lined up around the corner to get in here. Ain't nobody in there. It wasn't nobody but him, about 12 people in an echo. Because everything he said, it was an echo in the room. It was like no collusion.
Yeah, and it makes it so bad that he made it about
I'm running again.
Like, man, he again. When I always tell you about this motherfucker, he talking to particular people, right? And I always say that he is a good politician when it comes to that point because he talks to them, right? When he said, "I'm your retribution," us as black people, that shit go over our head. But most motherfuckers think that the joint was stolen. They understand that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta realize some of these code words that these niggas be doing that go over everybody's head, bro.
This is the thing. And this is the thing that I encounter with a lot of black people who Trump supporters.
Where are they? Please come on the air.
Right. They won't come up.
We'll drop the link ASAP.
And they'll come up and the same thing with white people who are Trump supporters.
People gotta understand we are here for black culture to be well informed, and we're here for the debate. ASAP.
You motherfuckers think Trump is a hell of a salesman. He is a snake oil salesman, if you will, because he tell y'all shit and he's so forceful in the shit that he tells you that you think that it's gotta be true, even though he's lying like a mofo. He's lying like George Santos.
We need to get George Santos too. A piece of shit. They trying to get him out though. They gonna get him out.
But people think this society as a whole, and people worship the dollar, and they think and everything they compare everything or whatever by the dollar, and people think, yo, Trump, he rich and all this and all this. Okay, and that makes him what makes him good at running the country. And you don't realize that, and until you do the deep detailed dive, as we do here on Hoodviewpolitics,
most definitely,
each and every Tuesday night, that you find out that as a businessman, he's some shit.
Now, I will say now, all the people running for president, he gonna be most qualified for sure. Now, it's a big switch from before. He well qualified. Like he running the Republican Party against Haley, right? He more qualified now. And you flip the tables with Trump now. Like when he's running before, he's like, how the fuck he gonna win here, businessman? Now, when he run, he the most qualified in the party now. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Yeah, because
it's flipped.
Because everybody.
Now he don't know what to do with the power itself, but
half of them is scared because he's unhinged.
What's Maryland governor?
Yeah, he talking about he ain't.
I'm out.
He talking about.
I knew it.
This dumb bald-headed motherfucker set himself up and all of this shit for 8 fucking years, and now you scared talking about it's too many people is gonna be running. Kiss my ass. It was motherfucking what? 16, 17?
What does that mean? Yeah.
Come on.
Okay, is it 50 people?
In the last election, the Democrats had so many people, they had to run the fucking debate.
Hey, everybody still ran. Like, that's no excuse. Dude, that you shouldn't have said
he
that.
Scared you.
That's the Maryland governor. We're going to get on his ass on the future podcast, too. Future podcast for him.
Mm-hmm. I told you that motherfucker wanted to run. But
I knew he was scared. I knew he was going to be scared. Because Trump will expose your bitch ass.
Because now, the only people, anybody that thinks they had was, what's the next election?
Florida bitch ass nigga. Florida nigga.
It's 2024, then the next election of presidential election will be 2028.
The Florida bitch ass nigga. The governor of Florida bitch nigga.
That's going to be a war.
It's not even gonna be a war.
But see,
like I said with this nigga with Maryland, they gonna get scared. What's the bitch? That's it.
Nah.
Haley? She gonna drop the fuck out.
She gonna drop out, but you still don't know. We still don't know where the motherfucker they tried to kill, the vice president.
Jeez, he's not gonna run. Bruh, y'all don't think. That's why I always told y'all, man, I don't like Trump, but when it comes to campaigning, he's a fucking animal.
But see, the problem is this. Within the Republican Party,
he would scare everybody. He would give him a nickname. He gonna fuck their life up.
If nobody in the Republican Party doesn't have the guts,
yeah, they can need that
to run against this dude.
They definitely gonna need that.
If you don't have the guts,
Sancho, you ain't got that.
If you don't have the testicular fortitude
You will not last in Republican. That's the only thing. You got to be able to withstand the bullshit.
That's all. Let me say it again. If you do not have the testicular fortitude to stick it out and go head to head with this man, you are basically, it is the death of the Republican Party. Because what are you doing is because y'all are scared and y'all are scared of this dude. Y'all are going to what his platform is a racist, bigoted platform.
And I would be nervous of that being the Republican Party
that is what
face.
And that is what the Republican Party, y'all already known as that. But y'all are going, but if nobody, you don't have a credible, and I'm not talking about putting out no bullshit ass candidates. If y'all don't put out some bullshit, put out some credible people with some good ideas that put the party first, it is the end of the Republican Party. Y'all are done.
It's gonna be a fucking wig party or something out here next.
Right.
Like
yeah, you can bring a wig party.
we eventually gonna see the change of a party name. We ain't never seen that in our lifetime, right? It happened before now.
It happened before because you didn't have Republicans.
It was a wig party.
You had wigs, you had Federalists, you had
We actually gonna see it. I think we're gonna see it.
You are fixing to see you are right now. You're watching the destruction of a major party.
You got Fox News that backed them for decades.
And you have because you already have
Rupert Murdoch.
You already have a Speaker of the House who has no backbone.
He goes and gives Tucker Carlson,
out
of all fools in the fucking America, he goes on a TV show and perpetrate the bullshit where they want to take the January 6th. Now remember, we've been following the January 6th shit from the beginning. So you can go back and check each one of our podcasts. You can't get away from that. These niggas are guilty. 1,000 people has been arrested and charged for this bullshit. It should be more. If me and motherfucking Soul Brother was charging people, it'd be way more than 1,000. But 1,000 is good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Lock their ass the fuck up. ASAP. Now Fox News done admitted that half of their fucking anchors. Now everybody that listen to Fox News, we don't tell y'all who to vote for.
We just tell you to vote.
You know? But if you watch Fox News, they telling you, the nigga that runs it, the chairman, this clown right here that's on your screen, he tell you, he hired people that mislead you, baby.
Right.
The Hannity,
the
Carsons, the Genos, whatever the fuck her name is.
Oh, the Janine Parrow.
That bitch.
That crazy motherfucker. But now, now that we get into this stuff.
He done made up his mind that he done said, fuck it, I give up. They lie. That's what they do. They propaganda. Tony.
Propaganda. And you know what propaganda is? Is when motherfuckers got a message coming at you for a specific cause or reason or something like that. When the motherfucker, if they want you to think a certain way or believe a certain way, they push a certain belief and that's propaganda or propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we got on this subject,
it's basically misleading too.
Yeah, I got a message. I got a message to all you Democrats out there that's running. And
Democrats trying to run? Please don't shake this apricot. Let the old boy run.
I'm talking about that. Not just that running for Biden gonna run unopposed. That's not even in the. That's not even. They put somebody up against him.
It's a waste of time.
They put somebody up against him the other week. They got like 3% of the vote or some shit.
We'll pay a motherfucker to sit the fuck down.
Bro,
let him run.
I'm talking about y'all running for Senate seats and congressional seats and stuff like that, and governorships and stuff like that. Look, this is the time y'all need to put the foot to the Republican Party, because if you choose to work, the Republican Party will put the foot to you. You can imagine the ads that will be all over TV right now if the Democratic Party and MSNBC was going through what the Republican Party and Fox News is going through. But y'all need to get some backbone about yourself too, because look, you need to get McCarthy out of that speakership.
Oh my God,
Quick.
they're gonna snatch him out once he don't agree with Trump. Again,
yeah, but they're gonna put somebody in there that's worse. They're gonna put somebody like that fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene.
everybody got to realize that Trump ain't running. I mean, he's just starting to run, but he has a mega thing that's in the Congress, a MAGA.
MAGA. He got a lot of MAGA support.
And what's her name? That bitch you just said.
Marjorie Taylor
That bitch run is the head of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So don't forget that not Sanchez. We don't get him. Santos. No, Santos was the one that lied, ain't he?
That's the lie.
Now Sanchez is the one running against him, and he dropped in the polls recently because your man done gave him a nickname. He done gave the girl a nickname, and we starting down this road, and I'm liking it. I'm liking watching him blow up the Republican Party, and all the way to the. I want you to come on this podcast if you love Republicans, you love whoever Trump is, and you love this shit. Please come on as a Black American and give it a debate.
Race between them two is really going to be interesting because I really want to see how Florida is going to turn out in the Republican primary. That's going to get dirty.
Well, you got
Trump and DeSantis
no
fighting for Florida.
But you got main man Senator though Rubio.
Fuck Rubio. Rubio's done. Rubio will never sniff. Rubio will never sniff the White House.
Nah.
Rubio.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there's nobody in the Republican Party gonna run. They gonna be scared of this bitch nigga, this orange demon. Y'all don't think it's a joke. But when you expose somebody's family the way this nigga do, you don't want that. You don't want your kids exposed. You just want to run for president.
This is the problem. This is going to be the problem. Because
he's a nasty motherfucker, bro.
He's not, he's a nasty something. Yeah. But he's not going to run. It's going to be people that run against him. But the people that run against him is going to have no
Nikki
chance.
Haley is one so far. And Santos ain't even said it yet, but we think he's going to run.
They're going to pull somebody out. This is what's going to happen. They're going to pull somebody out that they think they have a chance or might have a chance, and they're going to gas them up to go run against Trump, to go out there. So Trump is going to trash that person. He's going to have his people looking at his people's lives and trash these people.
Give him a nickname.
All names and shit, and it's going to ruin that person for any future run. This is what I'm talking about. What's going to happen and be the destruction of the Republican Party, because you already seen it with like Larry Hogan, the big names, the ones that which Larry Hogan would have won anyway.
I really can't wait, bro. This is gonna be like candy to this podcast when these motherfuckers start running for president, bro. In the Republican Party, when you got Nikki Haley, Trump. He gonna blow everybody fucking out of the water. I think the New York attorney used to be in the joint. The fat one. He lost weight and gained weight. He be on TV now too. Chrissy. I guarantee he run.
Chrissy not running.
Bruh. I know Republican Party now.
Chrissy don't have a chance.
Chrissy gonna feel like he gonna get the votes opposite. He gonna get the normal Republican votes. You feel me?
But see,
I know what he's gonna do. I guarantee Chrissy run.
It's a large contingent. Trump got a large base in the
Oh yeah. Party. It's gonna be opposite what Chrissy gonna think he can get.
It's a large anti-Trump vote in the party too, because for as many people that like him, there's a lot of people that don't like him. And you have the thing about this is a lot of people in the Republican Party that don't like Trump and don't want Trump, but they won't be vocal about it because they don't want to feel the wrath of Trump. So when you get to a situation like that, that's what you call basically a hidden vote. You got a hidden anti-Trump vote that's not going to speak up, and you got a lot of people that's going to speak up for Trump and vote the other way. Just to, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you,
to keep Trump voters happy.
I'm gonna tell you the most liable candidates to run. First of all, Mike Pence for sure. I think that nigga from that Tim Scott fool.
No,
I think he gonna run.
I think he'll run. He'll run, and they'll encourage him to run. He'll be the token. He'll be the token black to run in this party.
Exactly.
Trump and he'll get trashed too.
Logan gonna back out.
Who?
Logan. So he already backed out. My fact.
Oh, you mean Hogan?
Hogan. Yeah.
Hogan already gone.
Already backed out.
It was a mofo in Virginia talking about the Virginia governor. We was talking about running. He don't have a chance either.
At all.
Like I said, it's gonna come down. In my opinion, I think it's gonna come down to Trump, DeSantis, and Pence. I think
Me personally, I really think Christie is gonna get in this thing. So
See,
me personally, I think Christie gonna get in where he gonna be the opposite of Trump. Because
he could try to be.
he goes, that's what I mean. That's what I mean right there. But Haley, she done. She is just
done.
she in Trump lane, and nobody is gonna last in the Orange Demon lane.
But see, this is the problem, and this is the problem that the Republican Party has anyway.
Oh, I can't wait.
I think I think that it's going to come down to Trump, Pence, and DeSantis.
I ain't think Pence gonna run, bro.
Trump, you got Trump.
You think Pence gonna run?
Yeah, I think Pence gonna run.
Will he know Trump gonna say about him? No.
Yeah, but he can say shit about Trump too.
Nah, he ain't running.
But see, the thing about
I think one person. Again, we got Haley for sure. She gonna run.
the thing about this,
I just don't think Pence gonna run.
With Pence is this: is Pence
Ted
Pence
Cruz,
can run against. Pence can run for the. Pence can run to get the anti-Trump vote.
Yeah.
Pence can expose a lot of shit and he has got firsthand knowledge that Trump is not qualified to be president.
Okay, Mr. Me and you agree that the Trump side of the vote is majority of almost 45 to 50% of the party. Can we agree?
I'll go 45.
So
I'll go 45. I will top out at 45.
Oh, I give you that too.
Because I believe, I don't know say I believe.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I believe.
I agree with that.
It is a.
The most hit points he can get is 45.
Look,
tops out.
And it is, and it's,
If
and
that
it's less
much.
than that because I'm gonna tell you how.
Yeah.
Because if you give him 40, if you give Trump 45%, you get 45%, and you have you got a vocal anti-Trump vote. That's significant.
But you can't have that many people. You can't have Christie, Liz Cheney. You can't have all of them in this thing.
The problem with Trump is this. Yes, you know, Trump knows who his voters are. He ain't got to worry about that.
Exactly. The Santos dude, dude in Florida can take some of them.
But
what's his name? Santos.
You have an anti-Trump.
Sanchez.
You have an anti-Trump vote, and you know who they are. Well, you have a vocal anti-Trump vote contingency. Yeah. You know who they are. But what's going to get him in the end is you have a silent anti-Trump vote.
That little bit, you gotta say that like that 1-2%. That's gonna get you over the hump.
That's more than 1 or 2%.
But at the same time,
but it's enough to sway the election.
The anti-Trump vote will be 45-45. Like
though.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
So
you got
is that Christie, Liz Cheney, or Haley? You feel me?
You got 45 that's for Trump. 45 that's against that against Trump.
Yeah.
But you have a silent, like I said, you have a group of people who don't like Trump, but they're not going to be vocal about it because they don't want the drama from Trump.
But
so even if that's 1 or 2%,
that would get them over. But Republicans already is not competing if he 45 even with the person that's opposite of him, which would be too many people. I say Christie gonna run. Christie, Liz Cheney, Haley, all these people is trying to do the opposite of Trump. It's not 45% to spread, you know what I'm saying, between all of them.
But
he gonna win in default because they gonna break down the votes and split them up apart instead of just one person going against him.
You feel me? Primary, you gotta get 270.
They gotta concede on one person to run against Trump.
Right. But see, when it gets to the
not Democrats, just we in the Republican Party right now.
When it gets time for the Republican primary, where the primary season get going, and you get the Republican primary, you're gonna know where the anti-Trump votes are by the states, and you're gonna watch the states that Trump campaigned in, because he knows where his vote at. He knows where it at, and he gonna try to wild them people up.
And Sununu,
but
watch out for him too.
But
he might run.
Watch where the other candidates go. And
it's not gonna be that many, bro.
Watch.
Either on Democrat or Republican. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be when we start running. It's gonna be Biden, Trump again, bro.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I believe that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying,
two oldest candidates who ever lived.
Yeah, and Biden gonna smoke them again.
Hopefully, if you stay alive for long enough now.
Shit, Trump gotta stay alive too. You motherfucker, that old motherfucker ain't going. That motherfucker ain't.
They both gotta stay alive for sure.
All that McDonald's and shit, but it'll probably come down to them again, because what's going to happen is
they're gonna split the what's name vote.
It's not the vote that's gonna get them. It's the money. See, when in the primary season, you got to have tax base for you, and you got money coming in, this money going, it's not gonna last long.
At all. Like I said, if they split the opposite of him, they fucked. They needed to stick one to say, all right, here, you it. Or Doug Christie, you it. See, they got to pick one person. If they split it up, they fucked. Yeah. And he already gonna beat their asses up.
See, the
with the nicknames.
The thing about this is what they don't have. They don't have
He didn't want to start that small donations. Like he didn't get whoever started that wanted to wait for him. Because he didn't have the small donors, he was fucked. He's the nigga sitting $20, $30 every time he got paid. Got him over the fucking hood. Which he was the motherfucking working man. He was a black man going to the fucking White House. That's what it is. How you supposed to go with it? $20 a piece for all Americans. You know what I'm saying? It's Hoodviewpolitics. I'm Rabbit Jones. This is the soul brother himself. We come to y'all each and every Tuesday to give y'all some good view politics. Appreciate y'all a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all follow us on Facebook group for sure. We're coming up on our anniversary next week. Tune into the Poly, baby! Yeah! Of the Hoodviewpolitics.